how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, then hit the bell so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside in our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. The Divine Encounter. Goku meets Zalama, the god of the Super Dragon Balls. After years of journey and countless battles, Goku had reached a level of power that transcended known limits. Curious as ever, he began to wonder about the origin of the Super Dragon Balls, the magical spheres capable of granting unlimited wishes. Determined to tap into this mysterious source of power, Goku embarked on a quest to find Zalama, the mysterious god of the Super Dragon Balls. Guided by his intuitions, Goku traveled through the cosmos until he reached a remote planet, located in a distant universe. There, he found a sacred place where Zalama resided. Hello, Zalama. I'm Goku, and I came to learn about the Super Dragon Balls and their power. Zalama, an imposing and majestic figure, welcomed Goku with a warm smile.
Welcome, Goku. I am aware of your journeys in your quest for knowledge. I am happy to welcome you here.
Thank you. I look forward to better understanding the power of the Super Dragon Balls. Zalama explained the origin and nature of the Super Dragon Balls. He revealed that the Super Dragon Balls were ancient artifacts created by himself, containing divine power and an intrinsic link to the fabric of the multiverse.
They represent a balance and an opportunity to fulfill anyone's deepest desires. But it is important to use this power wisely.
Goku was fascinated by the information and deeper understanding of the purpose of the Super Dragon Balls. I get it. They're really special, right? I promise that I will use them responsibly.
Your determination is remarkable, Goku. Continue to protect your universe and seek wisdom.
After an enriching conversation, Goku said goodbye to Zalama with gratitude and a new appreciation for the powers of the Super Dragon Balls. He returned to his universe, aware that in addition to fighting skills, there was also a vast world of knowledge to be explored. This divine encounter shaped his perspective and respect for the cosmos, inspiring him to become a wiser and more responsible warrior on his ongoing journey. The imminent threat. Zalama warns the High Priest about the Dark Dragons. After Goku's visit, Zalama felt the need to warn Daishikan, the Grand Priest, about an imminent threat looming over all universes. He summoned Daishikan to a meeting in the Holy Realm.
High Priest, I have come to you to share a vision that I had. The Dark Dragons are preparing for an attack on a multiversal scale.
Daishikan, surprised by the news, became alert. Dark dragons? That is a serious threat. Can we prepare ourselves? If yes, how? Zalama explained that dark dragons were ancient creatures of immeasurable power, arising from the imbalance of magical spheres over time. He wished to bring chaos and destruction to the universes, being able to rival the gods in terms of power.
The Dark Dragons are growing stronger, and their intentions is to bring imbalance to the fabric of the multiverse. We must act together to contain this threat.
Daishikan agreed and called a meeting with the gods of the most powerful universes. They formed an alliance to prepare for the Dark Dragon's imminent attack. We must ensure our warriors are ready to face this threat. Intensive training and cooperation will be essential. Zalama also offered his help, sharing a strategy to combat the Dark Dragons and weaken their power. He suggested creating a specific dimensional barrier that could temporarily weaken them, giving the warriors a chance to defeat them. With preparations underway, Daishikan and Zalama led to Divine Alliance to face the imminent threat. They knew that by joining forces and acting quickly, they had a chance to protecting the universes from the destruction that the Dark Dragons intended to cause. The fate of the universes hung in the balance, and everyone was determined to protect existence and ensure peace. The Divine Dilemma. Zeno-sama questions for the future of the universes. As the gods prepared to face the threat of the Dark Dragons, Zeno-sama, the king of everything, became aware of the critical situation involving the multiverse. He began to question whether the solution for protecting the universe would be not more radical. Zeno-sama summoned Daishikan to an audience at the palace of the king of everything.
Daishikan, I'm starting to wonder if the existence of multiple universes is too big of a risk.
Daishikan was surprised by the King of Everything's blunt statement. He pondered Zeno-sama's words, aware of the power and responsibility he had. My lord, erasing the universes is an action of extreme gravity. Each universe has its own uniqueness and importance.
I know, Daishikan, and I understand that, but if there's a threat that could put all the universe at risks, perhaps it would be safer to act preventatively.
Daishikan reflected on Zeno-sama's words. He understood the King of All is concerned for the safety and stability of the multiverse. We can consider the options, such as strengthening cooperation between universes and ensuring constant vigilance against threats, before making such a drastic decision. Zeno-sama agreed to consider Daishikan's suggestion and agreed that cooperation and surveillance could be more balanced approaches.
Very well. We will explore this alternative. But be prepared, Daishikan. If things get worse, we may have to make more difficult decisions.
Daishikan nodded, committed to working hard to ensure the safety and harmony of the universes. Thus, the meeting ended, and the discussion about the fate of the universes continued. The gods faced the challenges of balancing the preservation of existence with the need for safety and protection. The future of the multiverses remained uncertain, and the battle against the dark dragons approached. Everyone was determined to face the challenges that lay ahead and ensure a safe future for all beings. Hope in warriors. Daishikan, confident in the help from Goku and his friends. After the discussion with Zeno-sama about the future of the universes, Daishikan felt it was essential to bring a glimmer of optimism to the situation. He shared his hopes and beliefs that Goku and his friends could play a pivotal role in protecting the universes against the threat of the Dark Dragons. Daishikan called a meeting with Zeno-sama and Zarama to share their ideas. King of everything, Zarama, let's keep on hope. Goku and his friends have faced unimaginable challenges and overcome great threats in the past. They have the power and determination to unite to protect our universes. Zarama, intrigued by Daishikan's confidence, was willing to hear more.
Do you truly believe that these warriors could be the key to our salvation?
Yes, I do. The power of Goku and his friends is extraordinary. Not only did they face adversity, but also they came together at crucial moments, demonstrating a remarkable capacity for cooperation.
I'm interested. If they truly possess this power, we should encourage them to prepare for what's coming.
Daishikan agreed and suggested that the key to success would be to ensure that Goku and his friends were aware of the imminent threat and fully prepared to face it. He offered to convey the message and coordinate cooperation between the universes. I will contact them and explain the situation. They are our best hopes for stopping the Dark Dragons and protecting our universes. The quest for mastery. Whis trains Goku and Vegeta on planet Beerus. After receiving Daishikan's message about the imminent threat of the Dark Dragons, Whis took quick action to train Goku and Vegeta on planet Beerus. He knew that the threat was formidable and that he needed to raise their powers to the maximum to face it. On planet Beerus, Goku and Vegeta were ready to begin training with Whis. Alright, let's begin. First, I want you to understand the importance of completely mastering Ultra Instinct. The key to Ultra Instinct is to perfect harmony between body and mind. You must become one with the very concept of fighting. Thus, the intense training sessions began. Whis guided them through concentration exercises and fluid movements techniques. He taught the importance of releasing the full potential of their bodies even during calm moments. Meanwhile, Beerus closely observed the training. He was impressed by Beerus and Vegeta's determination to improve, and for the first time he felt great hope that they could become warriors capable of facing any threat. Wow, you've been working well. You look tired. You are progressing well, however. But remember, true mastery of Ultra Instinct will only be achieved when the mind and body are in total harmony. The days passed, and Goku and Vegeta improved their understanding of Ultra Instinct. They were determined to master this form to protect the multiverse.
It looks like you're almost ready. Keep going, and keep in mind that you're fighting for the survival of all of us.
Inspired by Beerus' words, Goku and Vegeta redoubled their efforts. They knew the threat of the Dark Dragons was real, and they were willing to become the warriors the multiverse needed to face this imminent threat. Thus, training on planet Beerus continued, with warriors preparing for a confrontation that would determine the fate of the universes. The Saiyan Oath. Goku seeks to surpass Beerus. During training on planet Beerus, Goku was immersed in an intense practice session with Whis. He tried his best to reach a new level of power and skill. While training, a bold thought began to appear in his mind. Whis, I feel like I'm getting close, but there's still something more I can achieve. One day, I want to be strong enough to surpass even Beerus. Oh, it is an ambitious goal, Goku. But remember, the pursuit of power must never be selfish. That hurts. True power comes from responsibility and the wisdom to use it for the good of all. I know, Whis. My motivation comes from wanting to protect everyone I love in all universes. But I want to be up to the challenge, including Mr. Beerus. As they continued training, Goku held this determination in his heart. He believed that by achieving extraordinary power, he could guarantee security and peace for all. Over the months, Goku and Vegeta continued their grueling training. Their abilities improved considerably, and they began to understand the true meaning of Ultra Instinct. Together, they strengthened their friendship and rivalry, pushing each other to unimaginable levels of power. Beerus, watching Goku and Vegeta's progress, felt a mixture of pride and defiance. He admired Goku's ambition, knowing that his determination was vital to achieving his goals.
Goku, it's good to have high goals. Never stop trying to become stronger. Let's keep training and see how far you can get.
Goku smiled and nodded, grateful for the inspiration. Of course, Lord Beerus. I look forward to continue this journey of learning and overcoming. Thus, Goku's quest to surpass Beerus and protect the universe became a promise that carried with him in every training, every battle, and every challenge. The fate of the universe was at stake, and Goku was determined to be the hero the multiverse needed. The unexpected visitor, Daichi-kun on planet Beerus. As Goku and Vegeta continued their training under Whis' guidance on planet Beerus, a powerful and unexpected presence began to approach. Daichi-kun, the Grand Priest, had decided to pay a visit to the planet. Daichi-kun-sama! It's an honor to welcome you here. It's an honor to have you here. What brings you to our humble training? I have come to assess your progress and provide additional guidance. The threat of the Dark Dragons is real. You know that. And we must all be prepared. His calm and composed voice echoed, conveying a sense of urgency to everyone.
It's rare to see you here, Daichi-kun-sama. What can we do to face this threat?
First, we need to make sure everyone is in full possession of their powers. Goku and Vegeta, I want to see what you learned during this training. We will show our best, High Priest. Prepare yourself, boys. Let's show them a demonstration. The warriors transformed, releasing their powers to the fullest. They fought in an impressive display, showing off their enhanced skills and the synchrony of their movements. Impressive. You guys are certainly making progress. We will continue training to become even stronger, Daichi-kun-sama. We're committed to facing this threat and protecting all universes.
We will not fail, High Priest. We will ensure our universes remain safe.
I hope so. Continue your training and improve yourselves. The fate of the universes rests in your hands. With those words, Daichi-kun disappeared. His visits left a lasting mark, instilling a renewed determination and responsibility in the warriors. They knew they needed to be prepared to face the upcoming challenge. United and driven by Daichi-kun's guidance, Goku and Vegeta would continue their journey in search of strength, determined to protect the multiverse from the threat of the Dark Dragons. Reflection in space. Daichi-kun's doubts about the power of mortals. After leaving the planet of Beerus, Daichi-kun wandered through space, deep contemplation filling his thoughts. He began to reflect on a question that had long intrigued him: the possibility, the ability of mortals to face the gods. Daichi-kun knew that Goku, Vegeta, and other mortal warriors have achieved exceptional levels of power, defying the gods themselves on numerous occasions. However, he wondered if mortals truly had the ability to maintain this balance of power in the long term. Mortals have constantly surprised, demonstrating incredible strength and determination. pondered Daishikan. But is this strength enough to truly challenge the gods and maintain the stability of the multiverses? He remembered the epic battles that Goku and his friends had fought. Their fights to protect the universe from threats like Cell, Majin Buu, and even Zamasu. With each challenge, they grew stronger, surprising even the gods. Mortals have the ability to evolve in remarkable ways and overcome their own limits, thought Daishikan, observing the vastness of space. But we must also ensure that the cosmic balance is maintained. As he contemplated, Daishikan remembered Goku's empathy for others, his will to protect life and peace. This unique quality of mortals was an aspect that Grand Priest deeply admired. If Goku and other mortals can use their power responsibly and wisely, we can preserve the order of the multiverse. He reflected. Daishikan ultimately concluded that despite doubts, mortals, when guided by right purpose and responsibility, were capable of playing a crucial role in the destiny of the multiverse. Trust in the potential of mortal was fundamental to maintaining harmony between the gods and those who protect life and justice. With this reflections consolidated, Daishikan returned to the sacred realm, ready to continue his role of guiding and observing events that would shape the future of the universe and beyond. Dragon Ball, the power of an Omni King God. At the end of the Dragon Ball Super Saga, after an epic battle against a powerful enemy, Goku and his friends realized that the multiverse was in constant danger due to the interdimensional threats. Despite being an incredibly strong fighter, Goku felt powerless in the face of these threats that transcended his power and the power of the gods of destruction. Goku began training tirelessly with Whis and the Grand Priest, seeking a way to reach a new level of power that would allow him to protect all universes. After years of training and deep meditation, Goku finally achieved transcendence, becoming a cosmic figure. He was no longer just a powerful Saiyan, he became the first God Omni King. With this new status, Goku acquired unlimited knowledge and incomprehensible powers. He could easily travel between universes, control time and space, and maintain harmony between universes. Goku was now the last line of defense against every threat that came his way. The news of Goku becoming the Omni God King spread quickly, and all universes learned and respect and fear him. However, Goku did not use his power with authority. He was still the same happy and kind Goku, always willing to help his friends and fight for those who were in danger. Meanwhile, Piccolo, Gohan, and all the other warriors continued training and honing their skills, knowing that Goku was there to protect them but still wanting to measure up their friend. Meanwhile, Goku began to venture across the multiverses, exploring new dimensions and learning about races and cultures he would never imagine before. He also met other gods of destruction and angels, exchanging knowledge and experience with them. However, Goku knew that these pieces was fragile, so was peace, and that there would always be challenges to face. He continued to train and improve, always ready to intervene when a cosmic danger threatened everyone's existence. And so, Goku became the Omni King God, the supreme guardian of the multiverse, protecting all living beings and ensuring that harmony and peace prevail. His journey of training and self-discovery ultimately led him to the highest level of power, where he could fulfill his deepest desire to protect and save all living things. Goku now traveled to Universe 7 to visit his friend, Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7.
Goku! What have you become? An Omni King God? That's incredible!
Hey, Beerus! Yeah, that's a little crazy, isn't it? I just wanted to do what I could to protect all of us.
You've always been a peculiar fellow, Goku. But this is really something. You're above all of us now.
Don't worry, Lord Beerus. I'm still the same me, Goku, everyone's friend. Just now I had a little more responsibility.
Responsibility? You're the guy who keeps the multiverse in balance. I have to say, I am impressed.
Thank you, Lord Beerus. But you always gave me a good challenge in our fights, and I never would have gotten to this point without you.
Well, I am not going to give up on many compliments. But I have to admit, But you are amazing, Goku. Whatever problem comes up, I'm sure you'll take care of it.
That's the plan. Now, about that rematch you always wanted.
Goku, you really don't change, do you? But I agree. A rematch would be interesting.
And so, Goku and Beerus continue their unique friendship, with Beerus now looking up to his friend as the Omni God King. Goku, despite his immense strength, still maintained his humility and willingness to help others, becoming a source of inspiration for all universes. His transcendent power ensured peace and harmony, while his friendships with warriors from across the multiverse continued to flourish, showing that even as a supreme being, Goku never lost his essence. After the friendly conversation with Beerus, Goku and the God of Destruction decided to finally carry out the long-awaited match. They both knew this fight would be incredibly epic.
Goku, since you're now the Omni King God, I see no reason to postpone this fight anymore. Are you ready?
Of course, Lord Beerus! I'm ready to give my all! Let's go! While Goku and Beerus prepared for a battle, Whis was having a meeting with the Grand Priest, Daishi-kun. He was intrigued by Goku's newfound powers and wanted to better understand how it would affect the balance of the multiverse. Father, I have a question that's been bothering me. Goku has become an Omni King God, but what does that mean for the balance between the universes? That is actually a very important question, Whis. With Goku now in the role of the Supreme Being, balance is maintained differently. He has the responsibilities of ensuring harmony in all universes, and he has the ability to intervene when necessary. I understand, but can't he become an imbalanced factor? His strength is unparalleled. Goku's strength is both a blessing and a curse. He is our last resort against threats that no other being can face. However, because Goku is who he is, he will always maintain his essence of kindness and justice. I don't see a reason for concern, Whis. As Whis pondered Daishikan's response, the fight between Goku and Beerus unfolded in a spectacle of unparalleled power. The multiverse watched in awe as the two mighty warriors proved once again the extent of their powers. Goku had become the Omni God King, but his love for fighting and challenge remained unabated. He balanced his role as Supreme Guardian with his eternal passion for battle, keeping the multiverse safe and exciting at the same time. The future promised even greater adventures and challenges for the most powerful hero in the multiverse. As Goku and Beerus continued their intense and exciting battle, Grand Priest Daishikan received an urgent message. Zeno-sama, the supreme ruler of all multiverses, had called an extraordinary meeting and wanted Goku to be present. Daishikan, with a serious expression, approached Goku and Beerus. Goku, Zeno-sama wishes you to attend an extraordinary meeting immediately. Zenchan! That's unexpected. Of course, I'm on my way. The battle between Goku and Beerus stopped, and Goku instantly disappeared from there, appearing before Zenchan and his personal guardian, the Grand Priest, in the Palace of the Gods.
Goku! You're the Omni King God now, right? I'm very interested in your new powers.
Zenchan, that's true. I want to use my power to keep the multiverse safe and balanced. Zeno-sama is curious about the extent of your powers. Can you show us? Goku nodded and concentrated his power. He began demonstrating his cosmic abilities, controlling time, creating temporary dimensions, and showing his ability to maintain peace across the multiverse.
That's incredible, Goku! You truly are the Omni King God! You are capable of things we never imagined!
I'm glad I could help, Zenchan. I just wanted to make sure everyone can live in peace.
Goku, you are impressive! Continue to do your best to maintain order and harmony in all universes. You have our support.
Goku left the meeting with a feeling of renewed responsibility, knowing that Zeno-sama was aware of his role and was willing to support him. Meanwhile, the multiverse watched in wonder, knowing that Goku, now the Omni King God, was the greatest hope for the preservation of the existence. His journey to maintain peace and harmony in all universes would continue, bringing epic adventures and cosmic challenges along the way. After the extraordinary meeting with Zeno-sama, Goku returned to Universe 7 with a feeling of accomplishment, but also with a deeper understanding of the responsibility he now carried. He was determined to use his powers for good, but he knew the road ahead would not be without challenges. Goku mused as he watched the sun set over Mount Paozu. Wow, being the Omni King God is amazing, but it's also a big responsibility. I have to make sure all the universes are in balance, and that won't be easy. He also thought about the Hakaishins. Some of them had not accepted his decision to become the Omni God King, and this could create tensions in the future. Well, the gods of destruction are strong and proud. Some of them didn't like the idea of me being the Supreme Guardian. It's going to be a challenge to convince them that I'm here to help, not take their place. As Goku pondered the challenges that lay ahead, a figure approached them. It was Whis. Goku, remember that no matter how difficult the path may be, you will always have friends by your side, willing to help. You are an inspiration to us all, and we will be here to support you. You're right, Whis. I have amazing friends and a supporting family. Together, we can overcome any challenge. As the gentle wind swayed the trees and the sun set over the horizon, Goku looked to the future with determination. He knew that even as the Omni King God, the journey was just beginning. With challenges ahead of him and friends by his side, he was ready to face any threat that came his way, ensuring that peace and harmony prevailed across the multiverses. The Celestial Reunion, the Mother of Angels, and Daishikan. It was a day of great excitement in the corridors of the Celestial Prison. There was a buzz of anticipation in the air as something extraordinary was about to happen. The Heavenly Prison was a feared place, but also a place of great mysteries. Inside the prison, a being of celestial energy had been trapped for eons. It was the Mother of Angels, a mysterious and powerful entity who was a legend among angels. Her arrest had been imposed for unknown reason, and few remember the details of that event. The prison guardians performed a complex ritual to free her, as they felt the time was right for her release. They believed it could be the key to a more balanced and peaceful future, or so they thought. As soon as the restraints were broken, the Mother of Angels emerged from her prison. She exuded an aura of wisdom and power, and her eyes shone with a unique light. Upon hearing her release, Daishikan, the great priest, came to find her. He felt a mixture of curiosity and reverence towards this encounter. Welcome, Mother of Angels. We have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Daishikan, it is an honor to finally meet you. Your role as the Grand Priest has been vital to the order of the multiverse. They began an in-depth conversation about the state of the multiverse, the challenges they faced, and the paths to peace. The Mother of Angels shared her insight on the importance of balancing power and wisdom. Peace is not just the absence of conflict, but rather the harmony of all things. Angels are to serve as guides and protectors, not dominators. I understand. The wisdom you share is invaluable. We must work together to achieve a lasting balance. The Mother of Angels agreed, and together they began to plan actions to promote peace and stability in the multiverse. With the Mother of Angels at his side, Daishikan felt that they had a real chance of achieving genuine balance. Their meeting marked the beginning of a significant collaboration, with the goal of uniting their efforts to ensure that the universe flourishes with peace and prosperity, with the wise guidance of angels and respect for the free will of all beings. The journey was just beginning, and the future looked promising with this heavenly union. the Celestial Deception, Zakai, and Daishikan's prison. As Daishikan argued with Zakai, the Mother of Angels, about the destinies of the multiverse and the importance of balance, something sinister began to unfold in the darkest corners of the Celestial Realm. Zakai suddenly revealed her true nature. She was an entity whose mind was troubled and who sought revenge for the centuries of her imprisonment. Her real name was a secret kept for ages. Zakai, the corrupted Mother of Angels. Shrouded in a dark and skewed aura, Zakai casted a powerful illusory spell on Daishikan, obscuring his vision and distorting his perception. Daishikan was momentarily stunned, being unable to distinguish reality from illusion. You, High Priest, will be my key to freedom. Zakai then utilized her deceptive abilities to create a dimensional labyrinth within the Celestial Realm, where Daishikan was now trapped. The walls and passages moved, creating endless confusion. As he tried to understand what was happening, Daishikan realized that he was trapped and that his only way was to unravel Zakai's illusion. He began to focus on his own energy and the memories of his teachings. This illusion is just a distorted reflection. My mind is stronger. He used his skills and concentrated on the power of his true essence, managing to break part of Zakai's spell. Meanwhile, Zakai continued to manipulate the surrounding energies, trying to prevent Daishikan from escaping his prison. The mental and spiritual struggle between Daishikan and Zakai was intense. With his determination and understanding that the truth was his strength, Daishikan was able to completely undo Zakai's illusions. When he realized the truth again, he saw Zakai trying to escape. Daishikan used his energy to seal the openings she was trying to create, preventing her from escaping the Celestial Realm. With Zakai's momentarily restrained, Daishikan gathered his thoughts and planned a way to neutralize the threat she posed. The battle was far from over, and Daishikan was determined to protect the balance and peace he had promised the universe. The Call of Wisdom. Daishikan seeks Goku's help. While facing the threat of Zakai within the Celestial Realm, Daishikan realized he needed help to contain the powerful corrupted entity. He knew that Goku, his dedicated disciple and one of the most powerful warriors in the multiverse, would be a valuable ally in his battle. Focusing on his telepathic connection with Goku, Daishikan sent a subtle call echoing in his mind. Goku, I need your help. A sinister threat, the corrupted Mother of Angels, had been released. Join your forces with mine to seal this entity and restore peace. Goku, meditating on his training, felt the presence of Daishikan in his mind. The urgency in his words immediately motivated him to respond. Of course, Daishikan. I'm on my way. Where are you? Daishikan shared the coordinates of the Celestial Realm with Goku through telepathy. With his mind clear and focused, Goku headed towards the location. As Goku approached the Celestial Realm, Zakai's dark aura was noticeable, emanating evil power that spread across the cosmos. Upon arriving, Goku found Daishikan, who was relieved that his disciple had responded to his call. I'm here, Daishikan. Let's solve this together. I thank you for your readiness, Goku. Our union will be crucial to restoring order. They both prepared themselves for the battle that was to come. They knew that Zakai's strength was immense, but they were determined to prevail. Let's do our best, Daishikan. Yes, Goku. Truth and wisdom will be our guides. The epic battle against Zakai was about to begin. United in spirit and purpose, Goku and Daishikan were ready to face this threat and return peace to the universe. Their teamwork and commitment to justice would be the key to overcoming this formidable challenge. The surprise of the universes. Goku faces Zakai and her powerful allies. As Goku and Daishikan prepared to face Zakai, the corrupted angel, in the Celestial Realm, they were taken by surprise when Zakai appeared accompanied by formidable warriors from the universes previously erased by Zeno-sama. Zakai, with a voice echoing across the dimension, mocked Goku and Daishikan. Oh, did you really think it would be that easy? Meet my allies from the erased universes, brought back to serve me! Daishikan and Goku felt an overwhelming presence as the warriors revealed themselves. They were powerful beings from extinct universes, now at Zakai's side. The task of defeating the corrupt Mother of Angels had become more challenging than ever. This is going to be difficult, but I won't back down. Let's go, Daishikan! Focus, Goku. We can get through this together. The battle unfolded in a frenzy of blows and explosions. Goku faced the warriors with determination, but their combined strength was overwhelming. Zakai, watching from afar, smiled with satisfaction as she saw the heroes fighting. There is no hope to you. My revenge will be complete. The fight was intense, and Goku was being pressured by the resurrected warriors. His determination, however, did not diminish. He knew he needed to find a gap in the enemy's defenses. Daishikan was also committed to helping Goku and face the Mother of Angels with his unique wisdom and abilities. As the battle reached its climax, Goku began to notice patterns of the warriors' movements. He saw an opportunity, and with a quick combination of strikes and cunning strategy, managed to surprise and defeat some of Sakai's allies. However, the corrupt Mother of Angels Sakai still remained powerful. She concentrated her power and launched a devastating attack against Goku. Your resistance is admirable at best, but it's useless. This will be the end of you. Before the attack could reach Goku, an unexpected interference occurred. A beam of golden light manifested and blocked Sakai's attack. It was Whis, who had felt the need to intervene. Goku, Daishikan, father, do you need help? Goku, taking advantage of the opportunity, recovered and prepared for a second clash. Yes, Whis, let's end this together. The battle was far from over. With Whis' support, Goku and Daishikan gathered their forces to face Sakai and her warriors, determined to restore peace and defeat this terrible threat. The Legend of the Saiyan God, Part 1. After 5 years of the great battle of the Tournament of Power, where Goku and his friends from Universe 7 managed to heroically win the great confrontation against 7 more universes. A survival battle where only one universe would remain in the arena. Peace finally reigns over the worlds. The great Lord Zeno played happily with his own version from the future. Between one diversion and another, Mr. Zeno of the future had, as they say, an extraordinary idea.
This game is getting boring.
Zeno comments from the future, stopping to play a kind of board with planets.
Yeah.
Agrees Zeno of the present.
What game should we play now? I know. Let's make a new mortal. Yes, let's go. I want to do a big one, like really fat. I'll make a little one, very tiny.
Zeno from the future speaks, raising his hand, and soon a ball of energy appears in the middle of the main county yard, calling the attention of the angels and guards of Zeno's palace. The high priest, Daishikan, enters the precinct and soon realizes what lords are about to accomplish, and just consents with a smile on his face.
Let's do this together!
Proposed Zeno from the present, also extending his hands and increasing the volume of the energy ball.
Let me get started!
Zeno from the future speaks, jumping with joy.
Okay.
Zeno from the present agrees excitedly.
I'm going to make him very strong Saiyan. Yeah! And with a lot of power!
Zeno from the present speaks with a broad smile, and inside the ball, the silhouette of a man in a fetal position with long pointed hair and a tail that soon denounced him as the purebred Saiyan could be.
Power! Power!
Says Zeno from the present, waiting for the answer from his future self.
I'll give him... what special power must he have? I already know he will have the power to mind control. Wow! So good! Minds! This is so fun! Very fun!
Suddenly, the energy ball's glare becomes even stronger until it spreads to every room in the palace. And a part of the energy was in the new mortal Saiyan's body, now lying on the ground, and seems to be sleeping soundly. Daishikan, when approaching creation, soon analyzes that he's not just an ordinary being, but a very powerful being, because even unconscious, the limit of his ki is very high, and can reach the top of a high level of trillions, and can reach more than an ordinary angel. But that doesn't increase your ability to match his power with his own, or even the Overlord. A well-thought-out form of containment if one day it would face them. Congratulations, Mr. Xenos. A magnificent creature. And from what I understand, we already found a function for it, if you agree with me. He could be the new god of destruction.
God of destruction! From destruction! Yes, he's a god of destruction!
And what would the name of this god be, gentlemen?
Wait, what to name him?
Asks Zeno from the future to his version of the present.
Xeno 3, like us! That! Wait a minute, shall we give him our power? Huh? No! So we can't call him Zeno. What are we gonna call him then? I know! Let's call him Corn! Corn! Yes, Corn!
So his name will be Korn, the new god of destruction. Comments Daishikan with a wide smile. I will quickly prepare the universe which Lord Korn will command. Soon I will gather all the Hakaishins, Kaioshins, and angels for a meeting here in the palace. So allow me to leave, Lord Xenos.
Corn! 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 Corn!
The two Zeno played around Korn, who was still unconscious. The High Priest Daishikan holds out his hand, and a wave of energy carries him into space to meet the first universe on his visit list. Goku and Vegeta trained fiercely on the planet of Beerus, Universe 7's god of destruction. The two Saiyans each day underwent rigorous tests by their master Whis, who trained them with great rigor and dedication. His pride for his new students was evident, who positioned themselves as the most powerful warriors and who stood out as they emerged victorious from the great tournament of power of Lord Zeno. His pride for his students was evident, who positioned themselves as powerful warriors and who stood out as they emerged victorious from the great tournament of power of Lord Zeno, showing the other universes that Universe 7 existed incredible beings with surprising powers. Whis, on the other hand, watched his god Beerus comfortably sitting in a beach chair enjoying a glass of lemonade without worrying about anything. Since returning from the tournament, Whis has realized that his destroyer has sparked his training and thinks he's too powerful. But the tournament has shown him that things become different every day and new powerful opponents emerge every moment. This became worrying as it could be that one day Beerus could be replaced by an even more dedicated and powerful god.
I will not go easy on you, Whis. I will attack you with all my might,
says Vegeta, trying to land a sequence of punches without effect on Whis, who dodges everything without much effort.
Don't stop, Vegeta! We'll hit him once and for all,
says Goku, entering the fight, now both attacking at the same time, but still without any effect, and Whis was playing with the situation. Alright, that's enough, says Whis before materializing his staff on his hands, and with the key movement, he hits Vegeta and Goku, taking them to the ground with force. You two are still terrible at working together. Your synchrony still has a lot to improve, so you never managed to move to the next phase, my children.
Curses! Why do I have to go through this? It was better to train alone than with this miserable Kakarot!
Vegeta grumbles, getting up from the ground. Easy there, Vegeta. We're in the same situation. We all want to reach a different level here, so we have to improve our performances if we want to move to another level. The two were still arguing when they suddenly noticed an impressive key approaching the planet. Who could it be? This key seems to me to be... says Goku, looking up. Whis already recognized who was approaching and soon fell into reverence. The great High Priest Daishikan appears among them, drawing the attention of even Beerus, who flies low to meet the Supreme Being.
Is this the mighty Daishikan? What the heck are you doing here?
Beerus asks himself, even approaching the four. Greetings, everyone. I bring news from the mighty Zeno Lords to all the gods of destruction and their respective angels. Wow! How cool is the great Daishikan? What was he doing here? Goku, excited, wanting to know what was going on.
I don't know,
says Vegeta, looking at him. We are here at your orders, Mr. Daishikan. We will answer the call of the great Zeno Lords. Whis speaks of readiness and reverence. Take your god Beerus to Lord Zeno's palace within the next 5 hours. Daishikan speaks in a serious and blunt tone. This message will be passed not only to you, but to each Hakaishin and his angels all alike.
We understand, Mr. Daishikan. Approximately 5 hours from now, Whis and I will arrive at Zeno's palace.
Says Beerus, trying to swallow any trace of pride. Excuse me, Mr. Daishikan, but can I ask you a question? Goku speaks with his awkward way. But could you tell me the reason for Zen-chan to be calling us?
Don't be ridiculous, you fool! If you wanted to say why, you would have told us already.
Comments Vegeta, scolding Goku. Unfortunately, Mr. Goku, this is a matter of interest only to the deities, and I will only be portraying during the meeting. Ah, what a shame. But can we go with Mr. Beerus and Mr. Whis?
What? I think it would not be appropriate for you mortals to be in gathering of high beings.
Comments Beerus with a disapproving look at Goku. Why not? Mr. Goku is a friend of Mr. Zeno. You and Mr. Vegeta can accompany Mr. Beerus and Whis. And, by the way, you have a little connection of what's about to happen. What? Do we? Asks Goku, surprised, noticing the thoughtful expression of Vegeta, who listened to the conversation in silence. I will meet you all in 5 hours. Later, Daishikan says goodbyes and disappears the same way he arrived. Quickly, Beerus looks worried and doesn't say a word until the silence is cut by a question from Vegeta.
So, what does Mr. Daishikan intend to tell us at this meeting? And what are the Xenolords preparing? Could it be another tournament of power?
Vegeta asks firmly.
I think not, Vegeta, but this possibility is not ruled out.
Comments Beerus, looking at the Saiyans. Another tournament of power? Wow, that would be amazing. We have to train Vegeta even more. Let's go! The news excites and cheers up Goku.
Shut up, Goku! This is much more important than a simple tournament. It's been a long time since Zeno has met with all the Hakaishins and the Kaioshins. Let's get ready and leave in 5 hours.
Beerus speaks in a serious tone. Daishikan shared the same message to the other 11 remaining universes, and his last visit was the Universe 6 to meet Champa and Vados, who received the High Priest with joy and surprise. But one detail in particular had occurred without Champa's awareness. Vados received a telepathically differentiated message from her master Daishikan that left her with a thoughtful countenance, and a kind of anxiety overtook her. But she did her best to hide it so Champa wouldn't notice her.
Vados, woman! Let's hurry up and get organized in this Mr. Zeno-sama's meetings! Vados! Vados!
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Mr. Champa.
What was it, woman? I'm the one who should be nervous right now and not you! You already forgot the last time I was erased and not you! If it weren't for that warrior's request from Universe 7 to restore all erased universes, I wouldn't be here right now!
But it's all your fault for being such a sloppy god and not getting a good team for your lower middle universe.
Vados says, calling attention.
Ah, so you're gonna throw it out on my face now?
Says Champa, more and more irritated.
I don't know why I'm arguing with you right now. I'm going to pack my lunchbox for the trip. I want to at least receive the news with a full stomach.
When Champa walks away, Vados looks at the sky, and her thoughts again hammers in her head. And Daishikan's words repeat itself more and more clearly in her mind. 5 hours later, Whis arrives at Zeno's palace, and accompanied by Beerus and his students Goku and Vegeta. Gradually, all the gods of destruction and creation were arriving with their respective angels. And one thing they all had in common is that no one knew the real reason for that unexpected meeting. Everyone is here really, as Mr. Beerus said. That thing must be really serious. Comments Goku, noticing the presence of all the Hakaishins.
I hope you behave, Kakarot. Because if you do something stupid with anyone here, you run the risk of being erased once and for all.
Says Vegeta in a serious tone.
And for once, I don't want to piss off any god of destruction in this room.
The four walked through the wide hall of the palace until they approached Champa and Vados.
Well, if it's not my brother Loser and his henchmen, what did you come here for? Think it's your birthday?
Champa says, laughing nervously.
Loser, I think who was erased last time was not me in all of my universe.
Says Beerus with a crooked smile on his face.
What do you think this all is? So far, everyone I've asked, none of them know for sure what this meeting is. And for me, it's not a good thing.
Let's wait for Mr. Daishikan to start the meeting. This way we will remove all our doubts.
Suddenly, the golden door of the Great Hall opens, and the Great Priest Daishikan approaches. Seated on their respected thrones, the Xenolords being escorted by their guards. Everyone present kneels before the mighty Lord Xeno's throne in reverence, even Vegeta and Goku. We appreciate the presence of all the Hakayashins and Akayoshins for this meeting that will start at this moment. Daishikan speaks with a wide smile. Soon I will bring you incredible news coming from our Xeno masters, but you can ask your questions and I will answer them. The gods looked at each other for who would have the courage to start asking. After a short moment of murmuring between the gods before the meeting began, Ewan, the god of destruction of Universe 1, stepped forward and asked his questions politely.
With your permission, Mr. Daishikan, but I believe the only doubt that we all have at the moment is the real reason for this meeting and why are mortals present in a meeting that is dedicated only to the gods.
Comments Ewan, pointing to Goku and Vegeta, who at this moment took the center of attention from the eyes of all the Hakayashins and Kaioshins. I won't prolong too much, and I'll say right now the reason for this meeting for all of you and why Son Goku and Vegeta are present. Comments Daishikan with a wide smile. This meeting is to name the new god of destruction chosen by me and Xenolords, and with that, one of you will be replaced. At the time, everyone in the place was in shock, including Beerus himself, to know that he could be replaced by anyone chosen by Daishikan and Xenolords. It could even be Goku or Vegeta, and that explained why they were at this meeting.
A new god of destruction will then be appointed, and which one of us will be replaced? Even if I lose my position, should Goku or Vegeta be one of them chosen?
Thought Beerus, looking at his brother Champa, who didn't hide his panic, but he turned his attention when Daishikan continued his speech. This new god of destruction is no candidate present here. He's a new being created by the very hands of the Xenolords, or to better say, he inherited a little of the essence of the Supreme Being. And his name is Korn. He is a Saiyan, capable of reaching high levels of power, passing from some Hakayashins here present and some mid-level angels. That's why the presence of Son Goku and Vegeta for being key players in the creation of Korn. Their Saiyan powers and their dedication to the power tournament inspired the Xenolords to create Korn.
Korn!
Joyfully exclaims Xeno from the present.
Korn!
So does the future Xeno, applauding.
He's too much, right? Yeah, super right.
A Saiyan god of destruction? That's unbelievable!
Comments Vegeta, surprised by the revelation and shocked by now knowing that there is a being of his race that surpassed all the limits and surpassed even Goku. Wow! A Saiyan god of destruction, and apparently he's very strong because he has a little of Xeno's own essence. Comments Goku euphoric. I would definitely train a lot to fight him one day. Hey, Mr. Beerus, finally found a Super Saiyan god he was looking for so much. Beerus turns to Goku in annoyance, but just takes a deep breath because he knows that he is speaking the truth, and that his dream from a long time ago wasn't just a fantasy, it was coming true. The long-awaited Super Saiyan God appeared and apparently impossible to be defeated by his hands. Moving on, said Daishikan, asking for everyone's attention as he spoke again. We will be replacing this god because he has not been able to fulfill the responsibility of the function in several years, and is no longer able to serve the cosmos. I warned the gods Ewan of Universe 1, Arik of Universe 5, Yin of Universe 12, and Liquor of Universe 8. You can rest assured in your opinion. All four have their universes above average and fulfill their role as destroyers correctly. The others await my verdict.
I don't believe it. That's it then. A new god of destruction created by Zeno-sama. Damn it, I'm screwed!
Said Champa in a nervous tone. Vados notices the desperation of Champa and the other gods of destruction. Then she thinks to herself the Daishikan's words. If it really is what he wanted, she will be about to assume the responsibility of a more powerful being that existed among the destroyers. Both the Hakaishins and Kaioshins were trying to control their anxiety and to know which universe the new god Korn will rule, and were also apprehensive that any of the 8 remaining gods would be replaced and awaited the revelation of the great high priest Daishikan. The tension grows each time the priest takes the time to break the news. The 8 below average gods of destruction couldn't hide their worry and fear. After all, one of them will be replaced for not fulfilling their role as Hakaishin properly. Precisely the 8 Hakaishin who participated in the Tournament of Power. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. I come to inform you before the verdict that Mr. Korn will soon be awakened and is already well located in the universe where he will command. I just hope he's not an idiot and actually does his job, comments Margarita, the angel of Universe 11, whispering to Vados' ear, so that her master Belmod would not hear her. Vados quickly turns to her and responds in the same low tone so Champa doesn't hear. I would love to serve the new god created by the excellence of the power of Lord Zeno and who will certainly be a great and powerful god of destruction. Champa was apparently more angry than scared and takes one look at Beerus and thinks to himself,
That's great. Now my brother will screw me over forever if I'm the chosen one. You rub it into my face that I'm a loser, that besides losing in a tournament of power, I'm still at risk of losing my position to another god more powerful than me. That is unacceptable.
I want everyone's attention right now. Now I will reveal who will be the god of destruction that will be replaced. Finally, Daishikan gets everyone's attention and will announce who will be replaced by Korn. At that moment, all 8 gods of destruction who are the danger of being replaced began to panic and get scared. The atmosphere is silent and extremely tense. Mr. Champa of Universe 6 and Mr. Beerus of Universe 7, step forward, please. The 2 brothers looked at each other and together they began to take heavy steps towards the High Priest. Goku and Vegeta weren't understanding either. For if a god of destruction would be replaced, why Daishikan also called Lord Beerus? Hey, I don't understand, Whis. Why did Mr. Daishikan call Mr. Beerus too? Asks Goku, approaching Whis. Actually, that's a question that I don't even know how to tell you. Let's just watch what happens. Champa then, thinking that the worst had already happened, questioned himself in his thoughts as he walked towards Daishikan.
I knew I should have listened to Vados. If I had really gone into shape and destroyed the planets, I wouldn't be in this situation. All that food is now worthless.
Champa showed on his face that he was deeply sorry for being a fool exercising his role as Hakayashin. But he also wasn't sure if Beerus was called because he also failed to fulfill his role as a god of destruction. But that moment was not one of rivalry, but of accepting the fate that awaited them. Mr. Champa, you seem a little removed from your responsibilities and obligations as a god of destruction of Universe 6, says Daishikan, looking steadily at Champa. This decision was made by me and the great Lord Zenos. You will be removed because of your incapable stature and your questionable choices while in your role as a destroyer, where you prioritize competitions and spent much of your time collecting desire orbs and traveling to other universes without the permission of the great Zeno. So you weren't keeping the balance in your universe, and these last few years have been stranger than usual as apparently you haven't been destroying or fulfilling the responsibilities your role demands. In other words, with this we know that the god of destruction that will be replaced will be Mr. Champa. After listening to Daishikan, Champa accepted his flaws as a god of destruction and reverently spoke a few words.
I am aware of my mistakes, Mr. Daishikan. I understand the situation and I should have realized that at one time or another this would happen. But what will happen to me? Will I be erased again for no longer being a god of destruction? Please tell me. I don't want to be erased.
You will not be destroyed, but will be converted back to a mortal, and will start to age from this moment on. You are no longer a god of destruction. So tell me, which planet in Universe 6 would you like to spend the rest of your life on? Champa then, with a small smile on his face, had his last wish.
I want to spend I want to spend my last moments on the Earth of Universe 6 because that planet I consider a gift for me.
Daishikan extends his hands and says in a squeaky voice, "So, Champa, former god of destruction from Universe 6 will now become immortal on Earth." Champa disappears as soon as Daishikan finishes his sentence. And at the same time that this happens, Bua, the Kaioshin of Universe 6, is deeply saddened because he himself had predicted that this would happen because of Champa's difficult behavior. "I tried to convince him in several ways to improve his Akaishin behavior, but Champa always threatened me in some way," Bua says in their saddest words. The Kaioshin of Universe 6 disappears and went to the other world where he will spend the rest of his days in the world of dead Kaioshins. Beerus, who never harbored any feelings for his brother, is now in a serious and thoughtful position as there is a possibility that he may never see his brother Champa again. And another thing that had been worrying him, and that now it was his turn to face his judgment. All the gods were completely silent, despite not accepting Champa's wrongful actions, but respect for fellow Hakaishin still hovered. "Now it is your turn, Mr. Beerus," said Daishikan, looking firmly at the god of destruction of Universe 7. "Unlike your brother Champa, you fulfill your duties as a destroyer very well, and we have nothing against your actions. But on the other hand, the new god, Mr. Korn, as I mentioned earlier, that he was created with the essence of the Xenolords, and for you to be aware of this fact, only Xenolord and myself will be able to defeat him if he manages to reach his maximum power."
What?
Beerus amazed, accompanied by all the other gods. It was impossible to believe that at this moment a being with such power would appear. "Did you hear that, Vegeta? The new god, Lord Korn, is very powerful. Much more powerful than Mr. Beerus and Whis," comments Goku, already wanted to meet the new Saiyan god.
Yes, and I can't believe it,
Comments Vegeta, very shaken.
How could Mr. Zeno create such a monster?
Well then, what I wanted to report to you, Mr. Beerus, is that Korn has a very high power above his, and with that only Universe 6 will be little for his domains. So from now on, he will also be the new god of Universe 7, the new shocked people everywhere. Never has a Hakaishin been given the responsibility of taking care of two universes at the same time. So everyone recognizes that Korn is a special being, and everyone already wants to meet him. Beerus couldn't believe what he was hearing, and without any reaction, he just listened attentively to Daishikan's every word. The previous options made us believe that it would be better to delete it. But as you do a great job and that your universe was the great winner of the Tournament of Power, the Xenolords did not authorize deleting it. The previous options made us believe that it would be better to just erase it. But as you do a great job and that your universe was the great winner of the Tournament of Power, the Xenolords did not authorize erasing it. But from now on, you will be the servant of Korn and will assist you with your assignments in Universe 6 and 7. What do you say?
Yes, Mr. Daishikan. I will help him and be a servant of the new god Korn. I will be ready for whatever he needs,
says Beerus, dry, swallowing his pride. I know that these changes are quite sad, but now let's move on to the new future for Universe 6 and Universe 7 as well. For now, Korn, the new god, will maintain the balance between these universes, concluded Daishikan satisfied. And that also means that a new Kaioshin needs to be chosen from the Kaiju tree so that life is kept in balance again in the 6th and 7th universe. At this moment, the Xenolords, excited by Korn's nomination, hum and announce that Korn will be a very powerful Kaioshin as he's quite strong.
Korn will be very strong, right?
Says Zeno from the present.
He will be the best, right?
Confirms Zeno from the very future. I don't know what to expect from this new Hakaishin, Mr. Shin, but I'm excited to see what happens next. Commented Tsukibito, who was former assistant for the Kaioshin of Universe 7. Still a little sad that his friend had been erased, but curious and excited to meet this new god so powerful. I am prepared to serve the new Kaioshin that was born from the fruit of the Kaiju tree and the new destroyer of Universe 6. Very excited. Not only you, But the fact that he will also be the new god of destruction of Universe 7 will also serve him as well as Beerus. Comments Shin, the Kaioshin of Universe 7 in a serious expression. And while all this was happening, Vados cannot hide her excitement and that she would soon meet her newest Hakaishin. And suddenly Daishikan calls her and asks to come closer. Vados, now go immediately to meet your newest destroyer. Korn, he will be awakened soon, says Daishikan before ending the meeting. Beforehand, I want you to remember what I informed you on the planet of Champa. Mr. Korn is a newly created being, and the little he knows is what Mr. Zeno implanted in his mind. That is, from now on, you will teach him everything he needs to know about his functions and his training.
Of course, Mr. Daishikan. I'm honored by the new opportunity you've given me. I will make Mr. Korn the best Hakaishin ever.
Vados speaks excitedly. Another thing I wanted to mention to all the gods here. 3,000 Targs from now on, we will gather on the planet of destruction of Universe 6 to begin the ritual of initiation of Korn as the new god of destruction. As of now, they're all dismissed.
Yes, Mr. Daishikan. I withdraw from his presence and I will go to meet Mr. Korn right now,
says Vados before swinging her staff and a tunnel of light pulling her to another dimension, returning to Universe 6. 3,000 Targs? What does that mean, Mr. Whis? Asks curious Goku. 3,000 Targs means, well, I'll explain given as an example of your time on Earth. Korn's initiation will take place in 24 hours according to the Earth Blade. Oh, yeah, now I understand. So tomorrow at the same time, Korn will officially be the new god of destruction of Universe 6 and 7.
Exactly. I'm just a little worried about Mr. Beerus. He seems to be so sad about what happened.
Yeah, it really must be a bar for him to have his brother replaced and still lose part of his reign as god of destruction of Universe 7. Right? Comments Goku looking at Beerus, who remained silent, leaning against the column. Oh, I know. Let's go ashore and ask Bulma to organize a party and banquet for us. It's been a while since we've met with others, and perhaps Mr. Beerus will lighten up a bit.
It's a splendid idea, Mr. Goku. Let's go to Earth and eat those wonderful delicacies that only Bulma can provide for us. I think Mr. Beerus may improve his countenance.
But the question now is, what will this new god Korn be like? And how will he behave in the face of the challenges of our universe?
Asks Vegeta thoughtfully.
Don't you worry. I know that Don't you worry. I know that my sister Vados will take good care of Mr. Korn. And just so you know, she is more ruthless about training than I am. A true executioner.
Comments Whis, laughing.
Well, let's go because I can't wait to taste the new delights of your planet.
Somewhere on the planet reserved for the Hakaishin of Universe 6, Korn floats, still unconscious, across the planet's sky, just with small flashes in your mind at the time of its creation.
Congratulations, Zeno gentlemen. A magnificent creature.
And from what I understand, we already found a function for him. If you agree with me, he can also be the new god of destruction.
God of destruction? From destruction, yeah, he's the god of destruction.
And what would be the name of this god, gentlemen?
Wait, I know. Let's call him Korn. Korn, Korn, Korn.
Korn awakens from his deep sleep and looks down at his feet to find himself floating high above the clouds. Where am I? I'm flying? How can I do this? He asks himself in awe, floating throughout the dimension in what looked like a beautiful planet. Suddenly, he feels a strong gust of wind, and when he looks back, a figure of mysterious and beautiful woman with blue collar and long hair, wearing a beautiful green mantle and bringing with a kind staff on her hand. Who are you?
My name is Vados. I am an angel who will assist you from now on.
What? The palace of the great Zeno? What happened? Asks Ten Shihan in surprise. What happened is that Mr. Zeno created a new god of destruction. A very powerful Saiyan who replaced Champa in Universe 6. And will be the great governor in Universe 7 along with Mr. Beerus. A new god of destruction? That is amazing! Says Krillin, surprised.
This is really a novelty that I did not expect. But just how powerful is this new Hakaishin? And you said he's a Saiyan?
Piccolo wanted to know more detailed.
He is not a purebred Saiyan like me and Kakarot who came from the planet Vegeta.
Says Vegeta, entering the conversation irritated.
He was created from the essence of Zeno, who was impressed by our fights in the Tournament of Power. But I advise you not to go into this matter anymore because Mr. Beerus is coming, and it's better not to piss him off.
The Saiyan, before finishing his speech, noticed the light tunnel Whis enter the Earth atmosphere. Everyone organized themselves to receive the God of Destruction. Beerus and Whis arrived in a smooth landing and were soon welcomed by Bulma.
Mr. Beerus and Mr. Whis, welcome to our party. I've prepared some great delicacies for you two.
Says Bulma, getting close to the two cordially.
Oh, I believe so, little Bulma. That's what I'm here for.
Says Whis with a wide smile.
Yes, I want to taste everything.
Says Beerus, walking towards the table and being observed by the curious looks of the other guests. But he was also excited about tasting various dishes that he didn't care for any of them. After many hours, when everyone was already enjoying the party, Whis looked at Beerus, who with a positive sign with his head, authorized him to tell the news to his universe.
Attention! Attention, everyone!
Whis began to say, I believe not everyone has been informed by the sum things up a bit. Universe 7 now has a new Rakaishin, and it's called Korn. Mr. Zeno put him in charge of Universe 6 and 7, but that doesn't mean that Mr. Beerus is no longer the god of this universe. But he's a cooperator and partner of the new god of destruction. I will explain all the details now to all of you. Yeah, Dad said some things, but it was in a vague way, so we want to know what really happened to Mr. Champa. Asks Gohan seriously with a curious look on the others. Mr. Champa was replaced by Mr. Korn and was sent to Earth in Universe 6, where he will spend the rest of his days as a mortal.
Mr. Beerus, will you work side by side with the new Hakaishin?
Asks Bulma with curiosity.
Yes, I will be assisted as was the orders given to me by the great priest Daishikan.
Answers Beerus with a crooked smile on his face. There's one thing I wanted to understand, Mr. Whis. Asks Goku with curiosity. At the moment that Mr. Champa was sent to Earth from Universe 6, the Supreme Kaio Lord disappeared at the same moment. And now this new god, Korn, will he have no Kaioshin to help him? He will be assisted by a Kaioshin, but not the same one who previously served the former Kaioshin. For the moment a destroyer loses his position, the Kaioshin is presumed dead and sent to other worlds so that the universe continues in balance. Then a new Kaioshin will be appointed for the new god of destruction. How will they choose the new Lord Kaio of Universe 6? Asks Gohan, entering the conversation. Shin, the Supreme Lord Kaio, decided to enter the conversation and answer Gohan's question. Let me explain, Mr. Gohan. The race I am associated with along with the Kaio Lords and my assistant Kibito is called the Kaishin race. We are born from a divine tree called Kaiju. Explains the Kaioshin of Universe 7. The normal fruits give life to the Kaio Lords who reside in the other world. The Supreme Kaio Lords are born from a golden fruit that is extremely rare, and there are also fruits that are born with a great contained evil, and these kinds of fruits is sent to the evil world so that it doesn't upset the balance of the universe. It was from this evil fruit, from this demon world, that Dabura emerged. He reigned in this place while he was alive. That is, Dabura and I are the same race. Kaioshin's revelation left everyone speechless. It was an information that no one present at the party knew, just Beerus and Whis. I believe that Korn's nomination is nothing more than something of Daishikan's plans for Universe 6, because he knew that a golden fruit was born almost 1,000 years ago, and this fruit is ready to give birth to a new Supreme Lord Kaio.
So that will be the process to turn this Korn guy into a god of destruction once and for all?
Asked Master Roshi, interested in knowing how Korn's initiation ritual was. I cannot reveal any information at the moment, Mr. Kami, because the process to become a Hakaishin is very delicate.
Less than 24 hours from now, Korn's nomination ritual will begin.
Says Hokaishin, the elder Kaishi of Universe 7.
I'm sure this new Hakaishin will do a great job.
After some time, the warriors still celebrated until the moment of farewell arrived. Whis advised Goku and Vegeta to stay with his family a little longer until he had completed Korn's initiation ritual, after which he would pick them up to continue training. The two readily accepted, but decided to continue training on their own until Whis returned. Korn awoke early in the first rays of the morning twilight sun. He sat on the balcony and looked at the dew that was still shining on the leaves of the trees, and it amazed him.
Good morning, Mr. Korn. How was your first night?
Asks Vados, approaching slowly. I'm still trying to digest everything you told me.
Don't be in a hurry. But we have some things to do before your ceremony again, Hakaishin.
Vados says with a smile on her face.
First of all, I have to be very honest. Your mind is still too young to be a god of destruction. You lack a little more knowledge.
What do you mean? I don't remember anything from my past. I think I've always been this age, right?
Yeah. You're right. But luckily for you, there's a way around your predicament.
What do you mean?
You'll see. I've been planning this all night. So I've been preparing a kind of energy cloud to update you on everything so I can answer all your questions.
Power cloud?
Yes. Think of it as some kind of spell.
What else does it do?
If I apply it correctly, it'll be like to mature your thoughts and actions as if it makes you reach a real age of Hakaishin, and it will give you a better presentation to people.
What does that mean then?
I'll give you an example. After applying this cloud of knowledge, you will no longer have many small doubts. So you can talk normally with anyone on any subject that it is not new, and your main point of basic knowledge is being a strong god of destruction. This is how everyone will see you from now on.
That's fine by me. You can give me that cloud of energy. Vados extends her staff towards Korn, who receives a small amount of energy that quickly surrounds his entire body. His memory and his knowledge begins to expand instantly, and all the knowledge of the entire universe starts to make sense inside his head. Vados gave him all the knowledge as if he had already lived 100 years.
It is done. How do you feel?
I'm fine, Vados. This worked well. Now I'm aware of my obligations and who I am in part.
Very good. Now you must select your divine color. Every god has one. Choose the color and I'll change your costume and mine.
I like red. Change my uniform to red. Vados swung her staff and the green suit Korn wore turned red as he preferred. Yeah, that's right, Vados. Red is a strong and intense color. I like that.
Wonderful!
Celebrates Vados, happy with the result of the energy cloud.
The cloud really worked. I noticed that his way of speaking and acting is more mature now.
That's true. Now I'm going to prepare for my initiation ritual as a new Hakaishin. I want you to tell me every detail of what I will need to do in front of everyone else.
It will be done according to your will.
I have another request to make you, Vados.
You may say.
I need to start training. I want to become the strongest Hakaishin in all universes.
I didn't expect the change would be so fast. Choppa never suggested training voluntarily.
Korn was proving himself worthy of taking on the role of destroyer.
You're good with decisions, but it's right to get stronger. A god of destruction must be the strongest in his own universe. You have great potential though, so training you will be very effective.
I thank you. When do we start?
Immediately after your ceremony day.
Agreed. Let's get ready for the ceremony then. When it was already close to completing the 24 hours, according to Daishikan's words, Korn prepares himself next to Vados and takes a long breath.
Are you ready, Mr. Korn?
Yes, Vados. Let's go. I mean, after you.
Okay.
Vados says, holding Korn's shoulder, and then an energy tunnel pulls them to the planet of destruction of Universe 6. When they landed in the courtyard of the temple, Korn accompanied Vados to the entrance, observing in detail the whole place, already in the distance. When they landed on the courtyard of the temple, Korn accompanied Vados to the entrance. Observing in detail the whole place, already in the distance, he noticed that all the Kaioshin, and the angels were already present for the ceremony and were waiting for the great doors of the temple to open.
So this is the new Hakaishin from Universe 6 and 7. Interesting.
Comments Helles, the goddess of Universe 2, when noticing the arrival of Korn.
He really looks like that Goku, but his stature is taller and his muscles very strong.
Yes, Helles. Nothing compares to the previous god Champa, and I even feel a great power that is hidden within him.
Comments Belmont, god of destruction of Universe 11, in a serious tone. In the corner of the temple, Beerus looks with disdain at the arrival of his lord and does not emphasize any desire to meet him, but Whis intervenes and gives him some advice.
Mr. Beerus, come on, let's go to your meeting and introduce ourselves to Mr. Korn. Do not forget that from now on, you became his assistant and servant.
Alright, Whis, let's go to him.
Beerus says after a long sigh. Whis and Beerus walk towards Korn and Vados, who were already approaching the temple.
Who's that approaching, Vados?
Asks Korn, looking straight ahead.
That is Mr. Beerus, the god of Universe 7, his helper along with Whis, my brother. That is Mr. Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, and his angel, Mr. Whis. He's my brother.
Greetings, great Lord Korn. Welcome to your initiation ritual as a new god of destruction. Whis speaks in reverence position, being accompanied by Beerus. The god did not believe that in front of him was a powerful Saiyan who would soon become a Hakaishin. And the worst part, he would be his governor, as he was imposed by Daishikan himself.
Greetings, Mr. Korn,
says Beerus with a little bit of pride.
So you're Mr. Beerus. Very well. I hope we can understand each other and together we share improvements for our Universe 7.
Says Korn with a crooked smile on his face.
Yes, Mr. Korn. Let's keep balance in Universe 7 together.
Confirms Beerus, a little fearful.
As you do your job well, I will leave you in charge of Universe 7 as you always did. But I want to be informed of everything you do without hiding anything. I want to be aware of everything. If you hide something from me, I will penalize you. Do we have a deal?
Korn's words sounded like a threat to Beerus, but he knew he wasn't wise to fight back. He just nodded.
Yes, Mr. Korn. Everything will be done as per your orders.
Korn approaches the other gods and notices the looks of curiosity from each one of them. Some admired to meet the new Hakaishin created from the essence of Zeno, and others already wanted to test if he really is strong, as they said, and challenge him to a fight.
Greetings to all of you,
says Korn, performing before the gods.
I was a little anxious to meet each of you gods from each of the universes.
I believe each of us were also counting the minutes for this moment, Mr. Korn.
Speaks Helles, taking the lead of the other gods.
Knowing the being that was created from Zeno's essence, that's pretty impressive.
Korn smiled and didn't quite understand what Helles meant by being created from Zeno's essence. He looked at Vados, who hid it with a smile. But before inquiring, he was interrupted with the words of Ewan, the god of Universe 1.
I noticed that you really seem to be very strong. I wish one day I could fight with you.
Speaks Ewan excitedly, as though as he doesn't sound like it.
We will have this opportunity one day. I will be waiting for this fight.
Korn says with a smile on his face.
You are different from the two Saiyans we know. It's amazing how he hasn't gone through the Hakaishin's ritual yet and already has a high ki.
Comments Belmont, evaluating Korn from top to bottom.
Not even the powerful Topo that I'm training to be the new god of Universe 11 emanates that power.
While still talking, Daishikan appears between them and his presence is felt by each one of them. Welcome all the Hakaishins and Kaioshins to the initiation ceremony of Lord Korn as a new god of destruction of Universe 6 and 7. Everyone reverate the high priest with all due respect. Korn approaches him and kneels in reverence and a little happy to recognize the man who had been in his dreams.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Daishikan. Finally, I can talk to you and not be paralyzed in my dream.
How are you, Mr. Korn? I see that you are making great strides in your early days as a living being.
A living being?
Yes? Oh, I see. Daishikan speaks after turning to Vados and reading her mind, where he discovers that she still hadn't told him that he was created a few days ago by the power of the Xenolords. Well then, we're going to start Mr. Korn's ritual. I want everyone to follow the aisle and where the ceremony will take place. After finishes speaking, After finishing speaking, a large golden door opens, and a wide corridor begins right at its entrance. Korn takes a long breath and heads towards the entrance to the Great Hall. To be continued. So hey, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing in your comments so that we can enter into the crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.